Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, he's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This is Homer. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and he's gonna score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And after After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Mike 50. You don't want nothing, baby. You don't want
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 1st down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. throwing now is Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
That's caught at the 25, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Looking to throw, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the three-quarter pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? Where they headed for the home stretch is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
On second down, a run with Breida. About 3 yards there to the 27. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes it.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On play action, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run it with Carson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Oh, Wilson going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
Here's Wilson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
That's going to be a long day. He's coming. We got double up. One plus. Tighten up.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. To throw is Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Brings up second and a yard.
Garoppolo now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, alert! 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 Hey, zoom!
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo again. Open man is born. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo steps away to his, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.